Hi, this is Anna from Serial Bagmakers. Now that part of the new hardware collection has arrived, I would like to introduce them to you. Let's start with our zippers. At the moment we have these zippers in 8 gorgeous colors and black tape. They are ordered to arrive also in an off-white tape with the same 8 colors teeth, but we are also going to carry true black teeth, Ferrari red and grass green paint or a snooker green teeth on the black tape and on the off-white tape. We will also be carrying a true rolled brass. We have them at this point with just a normal Serial Bagmakers pull, but we will be carrying 3 other pulls as well. At this point I have the pulls only in Electro Black, that's my new signature color, but we will also be carrying this in a couple of other finishes like nickel, rose gold, some in rainbow, some in red, some in green. They are ordered, they are on a train from China to my house. I'm going to introduce them when they are here. This is the zipper in rainbow finish, in green, in a light green. This is called light blue in my shop. And this is called Curious Blue. It's a name given by Adobe. I have fuchsia pink. I have rose gold. Gunmetal. So remember, there will be another black, a really true black. And I have this gorgeous purple. What other hardware has already arrived in the shop? The curved Rosie and Roxy frames. What is special about these frames? They are not straight, but they are slightly curved. That means that there is more metal around the hole. That means it's more forgiving if you are cutting a hole for the latch. This is now 4 mm instead of only 2 mm, so we doubled it. The curve is just slight, so it's not overpowering. I also opted for a different latch. That's this part. While I was making a new mold and a new design for these, I thought it was time to opt for a difference. I have them in Electro Black and Antique Gold. These are 2 of my signature finishes. You cannot find them at this point anywhere else in the shops. But I'm also carrying them in rainbow, gunmetal, shiny nickel, brushed brass and rose gold. In December I will not have the rose gold in my shop. They only sent me 1 example to show you here in the video, but they will be in stock from January on. So these are my normal finishes that I will have in the other hardware as well. My signature Electro Black and Antique Gold, but I also am carrying at this point rainbow, shiny nickel, brushed brass and rose gold. If I ever opt for a 7th finish, I will have to change or I will trade in one of the other finishes. I will see what finish people ask for the least, and that one will be traded in with another different finish. I'm not sure yet. It's in the project. So these are the wallet frames. For a Roxy, to make or to switch out the wallet into a clutch, you also need something to carry your clutch. For those, I have the side pieces. I have them in all the colors. I also am carrying these in gun. Gun is not my normal color, but I will have the side pieces in gun. For the side pieces, I did not chose the brushed brass because brushed brass is only for the wallet frames. Making wallet frames in roll brass, this is roll brass, is technically not possible. I have asked at this point already 10 companies and none of them is able to make the wallet frame in rolled brass. So that's the difference between the two. This is brushed brass, because if you're looking in detail, you can see brush strokes. This is rolled brass, it's darker and it's more tainted. I like this finish a lot. To really step up a notch, of course, you have the chains. And of course, I have the chains in all my 6 normal colors. Rose gold, electro black, the antique gold, and since I am carrying the side pieces and the wallet frames in gun, I have also opted to have the chain in gun. So the chains can be bought in 7 gorgeous colors. That's all about the wallet frames for Rosie, Roxy, Lisa and Clip to Close. Another specialty from my shop is the Yeti lock. I have called it Yeti because it's this big. You all know the size of a wallet frame? Well, this is the size of this lock. This lock is really a statement piece on your bag. Another big advantage of this lock is that it is forgiving if you want to cut a hole. There's a lot of metal around the hole, so just do it roughly. It does not have to be precise. Then you're sure it will work. This lock I'm carrying in 6 finishes. The antique gold and the electro black. I also have them in rainbow, rose gold, roll brass. Here you can really see what I mean with the rolling finish. And shiny nickel. Aren't they gorgeous? What else am I carrying that you will not find in a lot of other shops? You know already that I don't like or that I do like to make life easy. For that reason, I am carrying push-together grommets. How do they work? Without screws, so screwless. The only thing you need to do is push them together or use a mallet and just hammer them together. To make this haul, I'm also selling the tool that's cutting the exact size for these grommets. Place it on your fabric, hammer with your mallet, and you have the perfect hole for these. I'm carrying this in my signature Electro Black and Antique Gold, also in rolled brass, rose gold, shiny nickel, and rainbow. Aren't they gorgeous as well? And so easy to use. Together with this tool, the hole punch, 15mm, placing grommets in your bags is no hit and miss anymore. Literally no hit and miss. For the Lisa bag and all other bags that you want to, you need side connectors. Since I am carrying the wallet frame that you need for the Lisa bag, I'm also carrying these side connectors in gun. For the rest, I'm using my 6 normal colors. My signature Electro Black and Antique Gold, and then rainbow, rose gold, shiny nickel, and rolled brass. They are attached with 2 screws on the back. So what you do is you take the back plates, you place them on the inside of your bag or on the back side of your fabric. You mark the two holes. You use a punch, something like this, and then you can screw the screws in. Make sure that you add at least a piece of non-woven interfacing in between and a piece of fleece. Make sure that they are really pushed together. They should not be loose there. So a small piece of Decovil is ideal, or 809, 808, something like that. Craft fuse, whatever. Place it there so it will not tear your fabric. You can always also use some glue. The E6000 or the Gutermann HD2 are just perfect for them. Of course, I'm selling those in my shop. What could be nice to bling up your bag? Some tassel caps. Make your tassel, use those, clip them to your zipper or to a D-ring, and instantly your bag is worth a lot more money. I'm carrying them in Electro Black, Antique Gold, Rose Gold, Rolled Brass, Shiny Nickel, and Rainbow. And that's for all the not so normal things. But what would a woman or a man be without the normal things. You need the normal things to make bags. So all the normal things I'm carrying as well. Let's start with the small D-rings. They are not the average D-ring that you can find. They are completely poured in one go, so there is no cut in between. So they are extremely strong. Like always, electro black, antique gold, rose gold, shiny nickel, rolled brass, and rainbow. This size is 19 millimeters. That's 3/4 of an inch. I have the D-rings also in another size, and that's 1 inch. You don't need to match your D-ring with your strap, so you can perfectly use a strap that is 1 inch and use a D-ring that's 19 millimeters. Or you can use a strap that's 1 1/4 or 1 1/2 inch and your D-ring is 1/2 inch. So of course I have them in the same 6 gorgeous colors. Electro black, antique gold, shiny nickel, rose gold, rolled brass, and rainbow. You don't need D-rings all the time. Sometimes your bag asks for square rings. Well, here you have them. This size is 1 1/4 inch. That's 32 millimeters. That's a size that's very often used in Europe. 1 1/4 inch is in between 1 inch and 1 1/2 inch. You know your math. But it's also the ideal size if you need to step up your game, because 1 inch is a little too small and 1 1/2 inch is, yeah, that's big. That's 1 1/2 inch. So I opted to have them just in 1 1/4 inch. This size is 1 inch. But sometimes your straps just do not need to be 1 inch. You need them a tad smaller. And for them, I am carrying the 19 inch. So here you can see all the rectangular rings in one go. Electro black, antique gold, shiny nickel, rose gold, rolled brass, and rainbow. 32 millimeters, 1 1/4 inch, 25 millimeters, 1 inch, 19 millimeters, 3/4 of an inch. So what's another thing you normally use when you're making bags? Yes, swivel clasps. The swivel clasps I will be carrying in the same sizes and the same finishes. So this size is 19 millimeters. That's 3/4 of an inch. Then I have them in 1 inch. for the wider straps, for bigger bags or messenger bags. We have the 1 1/4 inch with 32 millimeter. So Electra Black, Antique Gold, Shiny Nickel, Rose Gold, Rolled Brass and Rainbow. 1 inch, 25 millimeters, 3/4 of an inch, 19 millimeters, 1 1/4 inch, 32 millimeters. So talking straps. When you have an adjustable strap, sometimes it's very difficult if you want to use vinyl or leather or cork and your strap is too thick. For that reason, I have invented the Troglytes for extra thick straps. The bar in the middle is sitting 3/8 of an inch, 1 centimeter under the top bars. That means if your strap is extremely thick, you can perfectly attach your one piece to the bottom strap and not have a very bulky strap where it's gliding. I find these extremely nice, because more people than just the ones who are buying my hardware will want them. I am also carrying them in gunmetal, because gun is a rather normal color. But for all the rest, I opted to have my Electra Black. So, Electra Black, Antique Gold, Shiny Nickel, Rose Gold, Rolled Brass, Rainbow and Gunmetal. These are for straps that are 3/4 of an inch, 19 millimeters. And yeah, of course, I have them in other sizes as well. The 1 inch version and the 1 1/4 inch version. So, Electro Black, Antique Gold, Shiny Nickel, Rose Gold, Rolled Brass, Rainbow, Gunmetal. 32 millimeters, 1 1/4 inch, 1 inch, 25 millimeters, 19 millimeters, 3/4 of an inch. Something else to finish your bag are bag feet. We are carrying them in the 6 normal colors. Electra Black, Antique Gold, Shiny Nickel, Rose Gold, Rolled Brass and Rainbow. And why am I carrying these gloves? So I will not damage all my hardware. I am really secure, really protective with all your hardware, even if I'm just showing it to you. My packages are extremely well taken care of. We are trying to reuse and recycle as much as possible. You will see that when the filling of your bag is there, but your hardware itself comes in a very secure package. It's clear plastic. I hope I can find something a lot more ecological in the next few years, but at this point the only thing clear I could find was the clear plastic. I do have at this point some other locks, push locks. They work with a back plate and with 2 screws. So what you do is the back plate and this piece you place on your bag, and this piece you attach on your flap. It's best if your flap is 3/8 of an inch thick. If it's not that thick, the screws go through completely, and I would also always use a little bit of glue, like the Gutermann HT2 or E6000. You can always also make that part of your bag a little bit thicker by adding some fleece in it. So I have these locks in Electra Black, Antique Gold, Shiny Nickel, Rose Gold, Rolled Brass, and Rainbow. 2 other styles of locks are ordered and are on their way from China. At this moment I have these locks. It's a belt tip lock. I have them in shiny nickel, brushed brass and gun metal. The other colors will be coming. I'm also carrying some bag bling, like these little bow ties. I'm having them in gunmetal, rose gold and shiny nickel. I'm also carrying script labels. They say handmade. At this point I have them in shiny nickel and rose gold. The other colors are being produced as we speak. Especially for my shop, I produced a rather funny label, and it says uniquely yours, made with blood, sweat, tears and passion. The subtitle is rather small. It's a very small script because it was not meant to be in your face. It's nice that you know it and that your buyer knows it, or whoever is getting your bag from you. But the uniquely yours, that's visible for everybody. I have them in Electra Black, Rolled Brass and Shiny Nickel. I'm also carrying a handcrafted wooden label. They attach with black rivets. They are included, the rivets. I have them in this wood and in cherry wood. That's the hardware I have in my shop at this moment. More is coming, more is ordered, more is on a train or on a boat from China to my place. I hope this was an interesting video, and you can find me at www.serialbagmakers.com. The site can sometimes be a bit slow because I have such a success. I'm still trying to find a solution to get my site more quicker. Bye and have fun shopping.